Hey guys, Christina Marie here, and I filmed this video 3 times because the first time I felt like I got off tangent and I just wasn't making any sense, and the second time I thought was going pretty well, but then again I just felt like towards the end I wasn't making any sense, and I don't feel like editing too much today. I just really want to speak from my heart and from my mind, and this has been a video that has been inspired by a couple of people that I watch on BookTube, because I've just felt like I haven't been as transparent as I usually am, and that's just mainly because I'm so busy right now. But yeah, so I'm going to just kind of give you my thoughts on some things that I've been hearing or that have been going around BookTube. The first thing is BookTube being in autopilot. Are we constantly doing the same thing? Are we not thinking creatively or diversely anymore? That kind of a deal when it comes to our content. And my answer to that, dear friends, is no, hell no. BookTube is not on autopilot. BookTube is in transition. That is a better phrase for it. That's a better term for it. And if you're not in transition, that means you're not growing and you're not changing. You're not evolving, and I feel like BookTube is evolving. We have more new people coming in. We have the older, veterans, if you so choose to use that word, that are trying to figure out, what they're doing and, working their magic on the 100K subscribers and that I quite frankly know nothing about and don't quite really care to. There's a lot happening on both ends of the spectrum. I'm personally here to make videos to, like I said, inspire people and have conversations, spark that conversation, and to just really cultivate and just dive into a fantastic community. That's what it's always been about for me. Now, I also want to talk about YouTube comments, personally for me. Now, at the end of every single one of my videos, I'm always saying, make sure you comment if you have, questions or concerns or you want to just chat or whatever. And I do mean that. I do mean comment. But then I also realize how stupid it seems for me to ask that, and then I don't respond to the comments. Now, let me kind of peel the onion of my brain a little bit. I am naturally an introverted person. I am someone who does not like to deal with multiple people at one time. I don't do it very well. And that's not to say that I can't do it, because I do have to do it at work. But when I am home and when I'm not working, it's me, myself, and me. And it's a very linear way of living. Like, I am constantly, okay, I'm going to pick one person to talk to. This is the person that I'm going to spend my energy and my time on and with today by choice. I can't deal with persons B and C. Like, it's too much for me. It's very overwhelming. So when I read comments and I go to my, email and I see comments from like 40 people, I actually get really nervous, and I just am like, I have to think up 40 different responses. That's where my brain goes. And I want to respond more decoratively when it comes to comments. There are people that have such brilliant responses to comments. Jen from Jen in Today's Library is one of them. Lindsay Ray has a great, rapport with subscribers. And I'm just one of those people that if you comment on my video and I see it, and I'm just the one that goes, thanks for watching, blah, 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 bye. Like, I'm so stale when it comes to comments, and that's just mainly because I do better in person. I am someone that can talk for hours in person, but when it comes to comments, I don't do well with responses. And I want to make sure that my responses to each person differ, and sometimes they just don't. So I'm horrible with comments and responding to comments, but I'm trying to be better. I've been going back to videos from like a month ago and responding to comments from like a month ago, and it's been very interesting. I don't quite know. I don't know. I feel bad a lot of times that I'm not commenting as much as I used to, one, when I get to the comments, it's late at night and I'm too exhausted to respond. Two, like I said, I just want the diversity in my responses to comments, and sometimes I just can't get that. It'll just stay, I just say the same thing over and over and over, and I'm like, that's not very personal, and I want it to be personal. So I tend to just take my time when it comes to comment responding, but I'm going to try and get better. I'm going to try. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was a response to Jen's video that she posted today about, excuse me, I'm really tired, about making friends in BookTube and fitting in. I am very selective, I guess is the word, when it comes to making friends, just mainly because I'm such an introvert. I don't want to spend time with people that I don't connect with, just because then that makes me tired and cranky and just stressed out. So when I watch BookTube videos, I'm constantly under the thinking cap of, I could really be friends with that person, or could I be friends with this person? Oh, their likes and dislikes. Oh, this, oh, that. And I'm constantly just looking for a common ground with whatever booktuber I'm watching. And then I'm just like, I could totally be friends with this person. Let's chat. There are very few people that I do that with. And that's mainly because I don't have the time right now, pretty much. But I found some gems in people. I found some great, great people that I, quite frankly, haven't kept in the greatest of contact with. But again, it's just because I'm so busy. So I'm eventually going to have to, you know, that's not going to be my excuse anymore. Because I am someone who is not in her early 20s. Hell, I'm not even in my mid 20s anymore. This is my last year in my 20s, which I'm excited about. But it's one of those situations where I am evaluating who I'm friends with, you know? And a lot of my friends are older, significantly older than me, and that's kind of just how it ended up. I just have that older soul. I gravitate towards people who are older. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there's a shortage of older booktubers out there in the ethers, and so I'm like in that, you know, process right now where I'm trying to figure out where I fit in this collage puzzle of BookTube, not simply because of my age, but also because of my ethnicity, and also because of I had another option and it's gone. Oh, and also because I am a multifaceted booktuber. I do so many different things. Not every single one of my videos is going to be books. You'll see makeup and you'll see music and things like that. And I just want to find that common ground with someone. I am constantly seeing people with like BookTube besties and, you know, blog besties and things like that. And I'm just like, oh, I want a bestie. Like, making friends online is so much fun. I am almost envious of some of the relationships that I see between some of my favorite people that I follow. And like I said, it's no fault but my own, you know, that it's not, that my relationships with people on BookTube aren't deeper. But I just don't know how to go there without overwhelming myself. I don't know if this makes sense, but that's kind of where my brain is. But yeah, so I don't think BookTube needs to do any kind of change. I think we need to keep doing what we're doing. I need to figure out a way to maintain and develop and deepen relationships here on BookTube, because I really, really want to. And I think people just need to do whatever they want to do and just enjoy BookTube for what it is, a community where people can come together and just really enjoy one another, enjoy books, just, you know, and have a great time. I just think sometimes we overanalyze. And I think this is one of those times where we're overanalyzing our role, you know, in BookTube. Like for me, I used to think that I needed to be this prominent person. Like I needed to constantly film 4 to 5 videos a week and get my content out there so that people know that I'm serious about this BookTube thing, especially since it was so new. But I've gotten to the point where it's just, I do what I can. I do it because I love it and for no other reason. And whatever happens after that happens. So I am enjoying the fact that BookTube is in transition. I can't wait to see what it blooms into. I'm going to try a little harder to maintain and develop my BookTube relationships, and I am also going to rest because I can barely keep my eyes open and I still need to take off my makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and just this discussion. I hope some of it made sense. A lot of it was personal, you know, to me, and that's kind of what I wanted to make it, just make it more personal to me. I am really curious on your thoughts on a couple of things. Is BookTube in autopilot? Do you struggle, if you're a booktuber or a YouTuber at all, do you struggle with developing relationships with other booktubers, other YouTubers? Like, how do you maintain those relationships and become really good friends with people? I'm asking for me, so it's a little easier. And then, do you feel that you have a place in your little online community? Do you find that it's harder to fit in? Do you find that you fit right in and you found somebody and now you guys are just buddy-buddy and you just, you know, you found your home here on the interwebs? I'm very curious as to, like I said, your thoughts on this whole discussion. So comment section down below, chat it up, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel for more. I am seriously, if I close my eyes too long, I'm going to doze off. Like, I can't open my eyes past this point. I'm that tired. So I'm going to go ahead and go now. And thanks so much for watching, you guys. Seriously, I appreciate it. Heart. Mwah. Bye.